Hi, I'm Barbara Katz, co-director of Family Voices of Wisconsin. This video, Developing and Delivering Your Message to Legislators, is part of our video library for families. Family Voices of Wisconsin is our state's affiliate organization and serves as Wisconsin's HRSA-funded family-to-family health information center. Our work is focused on three primary areas: development and dissemination of easy to understand information for families and providers via newsletters, fact sheets, and training, family leadership opportunities and support, and involvement in systems change and policy development initiatives. We are also part of a statewide network serving children and youth with special health care needs, supported by Wisconsin's Title V program. Today, we're going to talk about developing your message and delivering it to legislators. Oftentimes, we as families of kids with disabilities or special health care needs are asked to share our family story for a variety of reasons. And we do this quite often. Sometimes, however, we need to be very specific about how we're going to deliver our family story. And one of those times is when we're talking with legislators. We need to focus our story on and pick one or two, what I like to call as slices of our family story that are as impactful and importantly is related to what we will be asking our legislators for. It's important that we're clear and brief about what we want to say. And the goal of our family story is to make a point and be listened to. We remember lots of people by stories that they've told us. So similarly, a legislator or staff person will remember you by the story that you tell. Here's an example, and it forms a picture in someone's mind. Because we could not afford to put a ramp on our house, my daughter has to leave her wheelchair at school and can't go out to the park or any place in our community. That story, that slice of this family's story leaves an indelible image in the minds of the listener. Here's another example that can also be impactful. We are struggling to meet the needs of our family and keep a job. I don't have a way to pay for someone to reliably care for my 12-year-old daughter with disabilities after school every day. I have had to cut my hours at work, and my boss says I might be fired if I can't stay after 3 p.m. Again, this story paints a picture because typically a typically developing child at 12 may very well be able to stay by themselves for an hour or two until a parent or guardian gets home from work. But for a child with a disability, that's not possible. And so herein, again, you're using a slice of a family story to illustrate a point. Family Voices has a worksheet for you to use for developing and delivering your message. It includes these following steps, and we're actually going to walk through one example that will show you and illustrate for you a slice of a story for this. So there are 6 steps. The first is to introduce yourself, your family, and where you live. This is really important when you're talking to legislators because it affirms the fact that you are a constituent and you live in their district. The second step is to briefly explain the issue or problem that concerns you. Again, you're coming to this conversation as a family member of a child with a disability or special health care need. There's an issue and you want the legislator to help find a solution. Number 3 is where you share that slice of your story. Share a personal story or experience about how the issue or problem is affecting your life. Step 4, explain what you think needs to be done to fix this issue or problem. This is your ask. Oftentimes when we meet with legislators, we are this phrase comes up. What is your ask? What are you asking the legislator to do? It's really important that the ask is focused on something that the legislator, in fact, has ability to find a solution for. Step 5, ask the legislator if they can support your issue. If you're meeting with a staff person, ask them if they would be willing to take this issue and your story to the representative and specifically ask if they can support your issue. And then, if you're comfortable, you can take it a step further and ask the staff person to get back to you with the representative's response. 6th, most importantly, thank them for their time and remember to share your contact information. If in budget deliberations or in policy discussions, your issue comes up, the legislator would like very much to be able to get back to you and get perhaps more details on the way you view the problem, or connect you to get more information about your family story. So let's look at an example where we want our family to support an ask. And the example we're going to focus on is the creation of disability resource centers for children and families. Step 1, introduce yourself. I would say, my name is Barbara. I'm from Milwaukee and I live in your district. I'm the parent of a teen with significant disabilities and a seizure disorder. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today so I could share some of my ideas about our next state budget. You're setting the context with this statement. Step 2, the issue or problem. Since my son was born almost 15 years ago, we have struggled to find the services we've needed. It's been both a financial struggle and an emotional struggle. Finding the right information when we needed it has not been easy. Unlike the county aging and disability resource centers who serve adults only, there isn't one place for parents to go and get our questions answered. Very succinct, very clear. Step 3, how does your story fit into what this problem is? I would say, because of my son's high care needs, I have not been able to go back to work full time. At times, we've lived paycheck to paycheck, and things like paying for diapers, his over-the-counter medications, and having someone help me at home were expenses we struggled with. I didn't know until he was older that his Medicaid card covers these items. Not until another mom told me she hired personal care workers and used Medicaid for diapers did I know about these benefits. I really wish I had known about these Medicaid benefits earlier in his life. We would have saved lots of money. Step 4, what is your ask? I would say, families like mine could benefit from a resource center, such as a disability resource center for children and families, that all families across the state could know about and call if they have a child with a disability. There should be one telephone number and someone on the other end who really knows what programs are out there for families. They could help us understand the benefits our children may be eligible for and what programs families might be able to access, so we don't feel so isolated as we navigate care and supports for our children. Step 5, this is where you ask the legislator if they could support your issue. I would say, can you support this resource center as a proposal that should be added to the state budget? Advocates have estimated that $2.9 million will be needed during the next 2 years to create this important resource for families who have kids with special needs. Your ask here is specific. And finally, step 6, I appreciate the time, you taking the time to meet with me. Can I give you my email and telephone number so that you can get in touch with me? I'd be interested in following up in a few weeks. And if you have specific questions about the Disability Resource Center, Liz Heck from Family Voices can also give you a call soon. I will provide you with her contact information as well. So now it's your turn. Take out that blank worksheet. Think about what problem you want to present to the legislator or his staff person, his or her staff person. What will be the slice of your family story? Again, not the whole family story, but the slice of the family story that really impacts the problem and relates to the problem that you're presenting. And then importantly, what will be your ask? Don't think about this. Just take out the worksheet, put it on your computer, take out a pen or pencil, and it's easier than you think. Just dive in. You can always refine what your message is. So thank you. We appreciate you listening to this video. If you want to know about upcoming trainings, policies, other timely information, follow us on Facebook and make sure to check out our resource library and our website with easy to understand information about healthcare and services for families.